Welcome to a new video and a new headphone review. True wireless headphones, Huawei FreeBuds Pro 5. I have tested all the predecessors already, so I'm pretty excited to see how well they will do. So let's get started. The packaging itself is pretty unspectacular. Huawei FreeBuds Pro 5, high-res audio, Huawei sound everywhere, like also like advertised. We have the drivers that we have here. We have call quality, sound, and so on, and everything else there. Let's just get this open up. There you can see the buds themselves. This is the white unit that I got apparently, and usually it comes like wrapped around. This is a review unit, so it's a little bit of like different. This white creamy kind of unit doesn't have any button anymore, but it has this glowing link that has like, oh wait a second, there is a button actually hiding there. This glowing ring that will light up when I open them up, which is pretty nice. So what do you think about this one here? And we'll go into pairing mode. Very interesting. USB Type-C port there as well. I don't see any speaker anymore like they had on the predecessor, and I didn't hear any sound, so this is a bit unusual. Then of course we have some ear tips as well. They come included here in this little flap, warranty card and everything else that you need. But this is, I think, more important here to open this up somehow. How do you open it up? There we go. Open up the flap here, and there you can see large, small, and super small are in here. So that means like I have to swap the mid-size that are probably put on here to the large ones. And that's basically it. That ships with it. Actually, let me check. No, there's no cable there. No USB-C cable, so that's quite interesting. Should there be a USB-C cable? I don't know. Maybe my review unit ships without a USB-C cable. Maybe there is a USB-C cable. Anyway, these are the headphones. And of course, you can update those earbuds. Highly recommend to do this. After I first connected them to my Huawei phone, you see that I immediately got the update notice there, and it's improving some things there. So it makes sense to update them before you use them completely. Even though I didn't see any speaker hole, it does make a sound when you open it up and close it. And when it connects, like you see it is connecting now to my Mate 80 Pro Max, the Chinese version. So it is connecting, and you can see here it is connected using NearLink. Yes, so if you own a Chinese device like the Mate 80 Pro Max, and you want to use NearLink, yes, even the global version of the FreeBuds Pro 5 can connect via NearLink technology and can use this very high bitrate. We can just go and maybe go into the settings, and let's go out of my search settings there, and we can check out the information that we get from this headphones. You can see here, this is what you can get, 4.6 megabits per second lossless connection there that we have. We have some more settings there, actually not, and some nice other settings that you can see here. Spatial audio is there, noise control is there, awareness and noise cancelling. If you have noise cancelling on, I cannot turn it on because I don't have them in my ears, but if you have it on, you can choose between different noise cancelling options there. Adaptive audio is there. Huawei sound settings are there, so I even have the possibility to select my own adaptive EQ or add my own custom EQ. So these are the options that you have here. And this is not the only one, like this is pretty much throughout all the other operating systems as well, like the Android and iOS also have the same app and the same controls, most of them at least. Head controls are on board, voice assistant is on board, so you can call your voice assistants with left or right earbud, and with gestures. There's head control, so you can nod for answering a call and such things. By default, it's turned off, as you see here. There's wear detection. There's tip type that you can choose here, memory foam tips or silicone tips. So it has some tuning, especially for the different types of tips that you have on. Tip fit test, find device, some other settings as well, like NearLink audio codec that it should use. So as you see here, if you have NearLink, if you have a Chinese Huawei phone or a phone that supports NearLink, NearLink audio codec is L2HC. Dynamic latency can be turned on or you can turn it off. Noise cancelling with one earbud is possible to turn on. Smart charge you can turn on, and automatic download install firmware updates that I did already. Yeah, these are the settings that you have here, and yeah, there's some other settings here in this app, but usually those are the most important settings that you can find in the settings. This is a recording with the Huawei FreeBuds Pro 5 using the high quality, high res Bluetooth audio mode. Yes, you heard right, Bluetooth. Yes, they can also be connected via Bluetooth. I'm using here the Pura 70 Ultra with HarmonyOS 4.3 that allows us to do this, but also the global version supports this thanks to the Kirin CPU. So high-res audio here, recording on both earbuds. One of them probably is used for this high-res, 20 kilohertz recording audio, which should provide you with the best sound quality. So if you have a Huawei phone, this best sound quality can also be used for phone calls, which is quite cool, especially if it's high-res phone calls. If it's a bit of low-res, then of course it has to jump down. But I'll show you the low-res recording mode just in a second as well. What do you think about this high-res recording mode? Pretty good, isn't it? And impressive. I'm now recording with the Honor Magic 8 Pro and the Huawei FreeBuds Pro 5. So you hear how the quality for a normal kind of phone or sound audio quality test would sound like. So what do you think about the sound quality here? Should be pretty good. I heard a little bit of white noise going on when I was using it with my Huawei Pura 70 Ultra. Hopefully this is gone now in this mode. What do you think? One thing that I couldn't make to work is the internal recording feature of the earbuds, because they have apparently an internal recording feature. At least they showed a short tip that allowed me to see what to do. Like you can double tap here on one of the earbuds to start and stop recording, or you can double tap on the side button here of the case to also start a recording when the earbuds are inside. That never worked for me. I don't know why. It was giving me this little pop-up tip to do this. And also in settings, you can see that when you go into tab, there's a possibility for double tap to start and end recording. This goes for when you are in a call or when you're not in a call. But apparently that never worked for me. It never did something for me. So I cannot really test this and the internal recording feature, which is a bit of a bummer. Not sure what's wrong there. In terms of comfort and fit, they're fitting very nicely. The mid-sized one I had to replace with the larger tips, but those are usually working fine on the FreeBuds for me, so no issues there with those. Even for a longer day and period, I can wear them without any issues. Let's come to the controls, because this is one of the most flexible controls that you can ever think. They're very intuitive, because swiping on the stem, like the inner side of the stem here, turns the volume up or down. You can double tap to play and pause a song, which is quite cool. Triple tap to go to the next song. But you can also use pinch gestures. Double pinch to play and pause. Now, one time pinch is play and pause. Double pinch to go to the next one. Triple pinch to go to the previous song. Everything that you want is there. Very, very good in terms of flexibility and how you want to use them. Very intuitive if you come from other earbuds. One of those controls are in use and you can just control it the way you're used to. Thing that is maybe forgotten already when you're talking about NearLink communication. I'm like connected now on my Pura 80 Ultra Chinese version with NearLink to the FreeBuds Pro 5 is video editing. If you're video editing, if you're scrubbing through and you have to precisely do the cuts, usually people are relying on headphones with cable, because the Bluetooth headphones or true wireless headphones usually are not so good. But this NearLink communication kind of thing is making it super precise, just like if you have a cable plugged in, because the latency is almost non-existent in comparison to every other Bluetooth headphone that I checked out so far. So this is really a game changer for me. What else is there to say about the Huawei FreeBuds Pro 5? It is a pretty damn sleek device, I have to say, just like the predecessors were already. And this one here has been slightly improved, more futuristic thanks to this like ring kind of thing, the hidden speaker that is inside, that is by default now turned off when to yeah, if you open it up, it goes into pairing mode, then it will go and will make a noise. But otherwise, it is still a very good, nice kind of case, and I like it very, very much. Bluetooth support is there as well, so it's not only NearLink, so you don't have to have a Huawei phone. I showed it to you with the Honor Magic phone that is using Bluetooth, and other phones are working fine as well. Has Bluetooth 6 support, I think, or 5.4. Doesn't really matter. It has support for LDAC, which is, I think, more important, so you can also have high quality audio. It's not as high quality and almost lossless kind of as the 4.3 megabits per second that you can get with the, where is it, the Huawei Mate 80 Pro Max that I have here in my hands. But it's like this one or the X7, Mate X7, that have this support for this NearLink technology with this high quality audio. You can connect it to other devices via NearLink as well, but then the quality will be 2.6 megabits per second. For example, the Mate, now the Pura 80 Ultra that I'm recording here right now, or the Mate 60 Pro. Bluetooth support there, AAC SBC codec for iPhone users. The app is also supported for iPhone, but of course for iPhone and especially also for Android, this is when people don't really recognize, have some limitations. So not all the functions are working there for sure. More limitations on iOS than on Android, but otherwise this one is a very good kind of device. It's the one that when you want to get the AirPods Pro free, but you don't want the weird kind of V-shaped sound signature, but you still want very good ANC, good transparency, and a good feeling, and app support, you want to use it with Android, then this is the one to get, the FreeBuds Pro 5 for sure. And the only real downer that I have with them is that HarmonyOS 6 on the Mate 80 Pro Max or the Pura 80 Ultra or other devices doesn't support high-res audio recording when you're vlogging, for example. For that, I have to get my Pura 70 Ultra out, that it's still running HarmonyOS 4.2 or Emotion UI 15, I think, supports this as well on the global units, which is a bit of a banger. I really wish this would also support this, then I could use this with the Pura 80 Ultra or the Mate 80 Pro Max for vlogging as a wireless microphone. Yeah, talk about the sound quality a little bit more. It's also a bit of a V-shape, but not like the completely V-shape. It's a bit of like this. They changed the sound signature in regards to being a little bit more punchy with the bass. The bass is more bleeding into the mids. The mids are a little bit more recessed as well. And the highs are not as crispy as they were on the predecessor. That all in all is like a warm blanket that you have around your sound. Sound signature is pretty recognizable, pretty good. No issues there at all. Like I said, bass and highs pretty good, clear and very detailed there. It's just not so mid-centric, mid-focused and crispiness in the high as the predecessor was. Some people like this sound signature because this reminds me a little bit of the FreeBuds Pro 3 that also had this bit of more warmthy kind of sound. This is going into this direction, but they have a good tuning, I think, and you have different options there to tune it the way you like it, which is also quite good. The 10-band equalizer I think they have there is also very nice, so you can tune it the way you like it. But what really impressed me with those in comparison to the predecessor is the ANC, that is just one notch above what the predecessor did. The predecessor was already very good. Predecessor also came with foam tips. This one here only comes with silicon tips. A bit of a change. They have at least the possibility to exchange, if you still have the predecessor or you want to get the foam tips, to exchange the tips, so it's still compatible. You can put the foam tips on. That will change the sound signature slightly. There's even a setting, as I showed you, for foamy tips, so you have the possibility to change this. That will adapt the sound signature somehow. Otherwise, full-blown good headphones with good sound quality, good ANC, good transparency. This is the one to get if you want the Android equivalent of AirPods Pro 3. However, with better sound quality and everything else being like very good. Also battery life, finally they have like, what is it, they advertise 9 hours. In my tests, when I calculate it up, it might be more close to around 8 hours and something that I get with ANC off. But it all depends on what you're using. If you're using LDAC, of course, the will be a bit lower. If you're using NearLink audio or NearLink with the highest Bluetooth quality, the highest quality possible in NearLink, it will also drain the battery a little bit faster, but still pretty good. And with ANC on, you get around 4 or 5 hours, which is, I think, I don't know, maybe close to 6 hours. More than 5 hours I once got with this. It all depends on what kind of codecs, which devices you're using. So if you're using it on AAC or LDAC, it's a huge difference. LDAC will drain a lot more power than AAC. So AAC and ANC, the best combination for longevity, you can probably reach the 6 hours. LDAC and ANC, 4.5, 5 hours is a bit of a stretch with those. But I'm surprised by how good they are in comparison to the predecessor that were already very good. But this brings me also to the bit of a dilemma, because I own the predecessors as well. I can show it to you. Where do I have them? They have this very nice color here with this golden accent that fits very nice. I think the case here of the predecessor, even though it is almost the same size, this one got a bit smaller there, has a nicer design, also with the Huawei logo at the back, looking very nice. Nicer design. And tips-wise, no issues there. They fit very, very nicely, comfort-wise as well. But quick comparison here, if you own already the FreeBuds Pro 4, should you get the FreeBuds Pro 5? Only if you really need this little bit of better ANC, better transparency, and you like the slightly tweaked sound signature. Otherwise, you can just keep the FreeBuds Pro 4, to be honest. If you have the FreeBuds Pro 3, however, this is a solid upgrade. This is a must upgrade almost. So get them while they're hot. And this is my verdict already about them. If you're searching for a true wireless headphone that has basically everything, good battery life, good ANC, good transparency, actually very good transparency and very good ANC, very good sound signature, this is the one to get. FreeBuds Pro 5. I will put a link down below as well as where you can get them. It's not an affiliate link, it's just a normal link. Yeah, I'm not earning any commission by telling you this. These are really very good true wireless headphones that I can highly recommend if you are in the market for such in-ear headphones. This is the one to get. That's it for this video. If you have some questions, put them down below. Until the next time, bye.